$5 and up with plenty assortments to choose from. The day after Valentine's Day, everything will also go on sale for lovebirds who forgot all about the entire occasion. But for the singles looking to forget all about their love match, Hooters is offering an incentive to help you do just that with their annual Shred Your Ex event. Simply bring a picture of your ex to Hooters, shred the picture, and you can score 10 free boneless wings when you buy your first batch of 10 wings. And the Padre is another hotspot for singles and couples.
Brimstone's going to be wonderful. It's a mix. You're going to see singles, couples, everything from people just looking for a casual night out to some people looking to get a little crazy and wild.
But if you want to add the sparkle and the spice, the Belvedere room at the Padre will also be available upon reservation.
Now, even though all of these events will be available, remember the Padre is reservation only, and flower deliveries at the log cabin are first come, first serve until they run out. But for more information, head to our website, turn223.com, for a list of all the events. And for now, reporting live in studio for The Now, I'm Tori Cooper.
Well, a ribbon cutting and grand opening ceremony was held this morning in Oildale for a new America's Job Center. The ribbon cutting ceremony was held at their new office on Olive Drive in the Olive Drive Town Center near the 99 freeway. The Job Center was formerly located on China Grade Loop, but officials say the people needed their services would have trouble accessing them at that location. To be more available, the Resource Center moved. The new center offers expanded services, help with job training and job placement, workshops, and more, all for free.
So if you've recently been laid off or you're looking for work, please come and see us. We do have a number of training programs that we can offer, and everything is no cost. So when you come to us, whatever you need in order to find that dream job, it's no cost to our participants.
Officials say employers in need of staff are also encouraged to contact America's Job Center to potentially find qualified applicants. Well, how would you like to get in a little target practice while helping local law enforcement? Next weekend you can with the 9th annual Pool for Powell Clay Shoot. The Clay Shoot is being hosted by the Bakersfield Gun Club and benefits the local Police Activities League. BPOW is a program where officers and volunteers act as role models, coaches, and mentors to kids in the community. The Clay Shoot is being held Saturday, February 23rd. There will also be a raffle and auction. If you're interested in registering, head to our website, turn223.com. Chris?
Many families are in trouble when it comes to car payments. According to the Federal Reserve Bank of New York, 7 million people in the U.S. are at least 3 months behind on car payments. The Now's Andy Taylor diving into the problem with some possible solutions.
Well, Chris, money experts are especially worried about this because people typically pay their car payment before a lot of their other bills. So not making car payments means they're probably behind on those other bills. And many of these late payments are coming from people who have a loan from auto finance companies. People who took out a loan from a bank or credit union tend to make on-time payments. And that's because those lenders usually have smaller default rates. But a newer problem with car shopping is called yo-yo scams. NerdWallet says this usually happens after you bought your car, and the car dealership will call customers back saying that there's a problem with your financing. But in reality, they're renegotiating the deals so that they can get you to pay a higher interest rate and have worse loan terms. And in some cases, the dealer will threaten to repossess the car or even report it as stolen. This is all so the customer will return it to the dealership. So here's what you need to watch out for before you sign off on anything. Make sure that there aren't any blanks on the sales contract, and make sure that you know the interest rate you'll be paying, but watch out for the word conditional. That means the dealer has the right to cancel the sale if you can't agree to terms that they want. And if you think you've been a victim of this yo-yo scam, you can fight back. The National Association of Consumer Advocates has a database of attorneys who specialize in car fraud cases.
All right, Annie, thank you. And let's get back to a check of our lineup here. And seniors are getting help to stay independent longer from an unexpected place. Other seniors like them, how this unique companion volunteer program works, a story you'll only see on The Now today. Let's start the Now News feed. Going to be a little bit more difficult for El Chapo to escape prison. Now, he is still set to be sentenced in June, but experts telling the Associated Press the drug lord is likely headed to what's considered the Alcatraz of the Rockies, the Colorado Supermax prison. It's about 2 hours south of Denver, considered one of the most secure in the world. Well, imagine your new gym being your pharmacy. CVS testing out a new concept store. They're opening 3 of them in Houston. It's going to have less retail space and more room for health classes like, say, yoga. Well, take a look at this picture of a black leopard. Now, this is a special picture because this cat hasn't been photographed in more than 100 years. Scientists snapping this picture in Kenya. The last time there was a picture of this animal in Africa, 1909. Unbelievable. Well, free checking, that's getting harder to come by. We're talking about accounts without monthly fees, no minimum balance, no other requirements like having to enroll in a savings account. Now, a new banking industry survey found about 53% of banks and credit unions offered totally free checking in 2017. A year later, that was down to 39%. Analysts say it wasn't paying off for the banks, so they moved on to other strategies like waiving fees for keeping a minimum balance. Now, free checking, it's not impossible to find. NerdWallet just rated the best free checking accounts of 2019. Alliant Credit Union's high rate checking, Discover Cashback Debit, Capital One's 360 checking, and Ally's interest checking. Those were the ones they said were the best. Well, if there's a message on your Vizio TV about getting money from a class action settlement, that's not a scam, it's the real deal. Now, here's what it looks like. Vizio settled a $17 million lawsuit over accusations its TVs have been tracking what you're watching. Now, it promised to delete the information it collected and change its opt-out methods. So if you think you're affected, you can go to VizioTVSettlement.com. That's the website you see there at the bottom of your screen, and expect the piece of the settlement for you somewhere between $15 and $30. People are feeling more confident when it comes to negotiating their salaries. New survey from Robert Half found 39% of people negotiated higher pay for a new job in 2018. 55% have done it so far this year. And here's something to keep in mind. 70% of managers said that they don't expect you to take their first offer, and they're more open to negotiating other perks and benefits too.
Well, strong winds are blowing dust across Kern County, causing skies to turn gray and brown and prompting the Air District to issue a warning about potential health impacts. The winds also caused some issues over the Grapevine, causing some signs to blow over. CHP officers say if you're traveling through those passes, be very careful, especially if you drive high-profile vehicles like big trucks, trailers, or RVs. And taking a live look at downtown Bakersfield right now, you can see some of the action across the county, but not too bad. It's definitely calmed down a little bit, Allison.
Yeah, thankfully it has. We were feeling very strong winds earlier today. We actually did have reports of 62-mile-per-hour gusts down at the base of the Grapevine and more than 45-mile-per-hour gusts at the airport here in Bakersfield. Right now, just seeing 25-mile-per-hour winds here in Bakersfield, but that's only going to continue to increase as we head into the morning for your Tuesday. So this atmospheric river event that we have been tracking, well, that water hose is aimed up toward Northern California at this hour, but is slowly going to be pushing into central, as well as for us here in Kern County. You can see that we are going to be seeing rain chances beginning at around 10:30 tomorrow morning, continuing for about an hour or so, and then we're going to be seeing scattered showers throughout the later portion of the evening before this system pushes off to our east. But the story is these strong winds, so gusts again are going to be up to 40, potentially 50, even 60-mile-per-hour gusts tomorrow afternoon down in Fraser Park, the base of the Grapevine, as well as in Tehachapi. So unfortunately, that does bring up some blowing dust as well as reduced visibility. So look at this. Our air quality is going to be unhealthy for sensitive groups tomorrow with an AQI of 101, and there is no burning for all. So just make sure that you are keeping that in mind as we head into your Thursday. So not only are we tracking a wind advisory that has been extended until Friday morning, also an air quality alert impacting us here in the valley until 8 p.m. tomorrow evening. And then we continue to track a flood watch in the mountains through Thursday morning. So any of that rain that's going to be falling on top of snowpack could be causing some localized flooding. So that's something that we will be tracking as this system makes its way into the county tomorrow. But Because this is tropical moisture, temperatures are going to be in the upper 60s. Some models are showing nearing 70 degrees. We saw that in some locations across the valley today. So another day of warm temperatures, but then we are tracking yet another system right on its heels of the atmospheric river, but bringing much cooler temperatures. So 55 degrees, that means the snow level is going to be dropping down to 5,000 feet as of this evening. That snow level up to 9,500 feet. So very warm at this hour, and we are tracking some chances of showers on Saturday. Again on Sunday, this is going to be the coldest system of the week, definitely bringing some snow chances to the mountains. Could be seeing that a little bit into your Monday, which is President's Day. That is going to be the coldest day of the week with a high of 51. Chris?
Just this year, we've talked about a number of studies on depression in older people, how it's linked to earlier deaths, how even depressed seniors walk slower. But as the Now's Kamasi Aaron shows us, there's a simple way to boost an older person's mood that benefits everybody involved.
Okay.
This is a walk Nelly Rubinoff makes roughly once a week to pick up 86-year-old Doba Skomarovskaya and help her run her errands. They've been doing this for nearly a decade as part of the Senior Companion Program, which pairs volunteers over the age of 55 with seniors who've had challenges with daily living tasks. The goal? To help them stay independent longer.
So ask her, how many times a day is she using this drop?
Today, Nelly is serving as translator at Doba's eye appointment.
She finished number 1 drops yesterday.
Doba only speaks Russian.
She misunderstood how it's supposed to be taken.
And says Nelly is a lifesaver.
Without us, she doesn't not imagine the life. To doctors. Doesn't have language. It's just impossible.
Research shows the program is good for volunteers too. A report sponsored by the Corporation for National and Community Service found that after 2 years of serving in the Senior Companion and Foster Grandparent programs, 84% of older adults reported improved or stable health. And of those who reported depression symptoms at the beginning of the study, 78% said they felt less depressed 2 years later.
I love it. I wake up in the morning, I have place to go. I have purpose in life.
Today's last stop,
3 с яблоками.
The grocery store.
Это в той стороне.
Ending a day spent together. Benefits for both lasting far beyond. For the Now, I'm Kamasi Aaron.
3 с яблоками.
Great stuff, Kamasi. Thank you. Well, this news feed starts with an explanation from Gucci. The CEO of the company that owns Gucci says they never intended for this sweater to be racist. They face backlash from people saying that it resembled blackface. Now, the CEO of the company says they just don't do enough to make sure their concepts are culturally sensitive. Well, important recall of these boots that are sold at Target. They're meant for toddlers. They look like unicorns, obviously. Problem is that unicorn's horn, it can come off. That's a choking hazard. You can return them for a full refund. Crews already hard at work in Japan getting ready for the Summer Olympics. Not this summer, the Tokyo Games not until 2020, but take a look at this video. Already underway on the stadiums, making sure they meet those deadlines. Well, a New Mexico woman fighting breast cancer found a unique outlet to help her through the process. She started dressing as celebrities and sharing the pictures on Instagram. Yeah, we're talking everybody from Uma Thurman, there you go, to Jack Nicholson, even Charlie Chaplin. Yeah, the popularity of her Instagram has helped bring other women fighting the same battle together, some from as far away as Australia. One in particular stood out to her.
They were calling her back in for some tests. She wasn't comfortable talking to her family about it yet. But she said, thank you for making it so comfortable for me to talk to you about it and ask you questions.
Now, she's still undergoing treatment, and she's optimistic because they were able to catch the cancer early. Now, you can find her on Instagram at InstaBeth505. Well, text from mom, obviously special whenever they come in, even when you're the former First Lady of the United States. Take a look at these text messages between Michelle Obama and her mom. Now, her mother writes, I guess you were ahead at the Grammys. Hey, she definitely was, right? Her mom later asked if she got to meet the real stars, to which Michelle says she is a real star. A lot of people weighing in saying this is just a classic mom text. Others just saying, parents, hey, they always know how to keep you humble, even after you've lived in the most powerful house in the country. All right, finally in our lineup today, you've heard about people going out of the country to get cheaper prescription drugs. And now at least one health insurance plan actually paying for people to do this. We're going to get into how that's working. You're watching The Now. You've probably heard stories of people going out of the country, maybe to Canada, Mexico, to get cheaper prescription drugs. But now at least one health insurance plan not only encouraging that, they're paying for it. The Utah Public Employee Health Plan will fly that person and someone to go with them to San Diego, pay for a hotel, then drive them across the border to Tijuana to pick up 3 months worth of medicine. Now, there is a list of just 13 drugs that qualify for this, and they are on the expensive side. For example, Avonex, which treats multiple sclerosis. GoodRx shows a 3-month supply will run about $21,000 here in the United States. And several sites show that same drug, well, it'll cost around $6,000 in Mexico. According to the FDA's website, this type of pharmacy tourism, it isn't really legal. However, the agency outlines some instances where it can be. Now, they include when an effective treatment isn't available in the U.S., you're only getting a 90-day supply, you put in writing, it's for your personal use only, and you provide the name and address of the doctor who's treating you. The FDA warns against doing this because they can't really ensure the safety of a drug that's bought outside this country. A new treatment for depression is one step closer to approval. Now, ketamine is a medication used in hospitals primarily as an anesthetic. Well, a panel of outside experts just recommended the FDA approve Johnson & Johnson's drug called esketamine. It's described as a fast-acting nasal spray, could be used in patients who haven't had success with other treatments for depression. And there's new information out today that's supporting an idea that young people shouldn't try marijuana. The JAMA report found that people who use marijuana as teens were more likely to be depressed or have suicidal behavior later in life. The report says health policymakers need to do more to keep teens from trying it in the first place. All right, tomorrow marks 1 year since the tragedy at Marjorie Stoneman Douglas High School in Parkland. Now, we're taking a look at some of the changes that's happened since that school shooting when it comes to security. And tomorrow on The Now, we're talking with one school district that's going even as far as using facial recognition to keep kids safe.
Well, do you have any old prom or formal dresses hanging in your closet? If you do, here's your chance to put them to some good use. The Junior League of Bakersfield is hosting a prom and formal dress collection drive. They are accepting new and gently used dresses, which can be used by local teens in need. Dresses are being accepted at the Junior League in downtown Bakersfield, at Jim Burke Ford, and boutiques in downtown Bakersfield. For more information on donating, just head to our website, turnto23.com. The Now Bakersfield will be right back. Welcome back. Bakersfield College has launched an early college program in McFarland to give students in rural communities a chance to earn a degree. It's a story we're working on for 23 ABC News at 11. We'll tell you how local kids can earn college credits while still enrolled in high school, potentially graduating with a high school diploma and an associate's degree. Hear all about the dual enrollment and more tonight on 23 ABC News at 11. And from now until then, we're also tracking the incoming storms and the wind and rain.
Yeah, we are going to be seeing wet weather as we head into the morning on Thursday. This atmospheric river that we've been tracking, well, it's aimed at Northern California right now, but slowly pushing down toward Kern County as we head into your Thursday. This is tropical moisture, so look at this. Temperatures still in the 60s here in Bakersfield, 69 right now in Shafter as well as in Buttonwillow, but Valentine's Day now less than a few hours away, but unfortunately we're going to be tracking rainy as well as those windy conditions. The wind advisory has been extended until early Friday morning. So
all right,
out on the way.
Serious weather. Have a great Valentine's Day. We'll see you back here tonight at 11.